The Q101 Morning Crew.
On Q101.
The Q101 Morning Crew. Sports.
It's Brian Kenzie, in case the producer joins us, because he has a White Sox take coming up soon that we'll have to get to because they have made some moves. But first, the Cubs lost to the Nats last night at Wrigley, 7-5. Drew Smyly was brutal again. Gave up a two-run homer to a former Cub in the first inning. He did make it. No, this is a stat for Kenzie. Let's see if this one's a stat for Kenzie. He made it through 6 innings, which he hasn't done in the last 3 outings.
Just don't even piss me off. Guess what was not Smiley? The entire household.
May want to hit the rim shot on that, Kenzie.
I don't know where it's at.
Last night.
Okay, well, forget about that stat. How about this stat? In the next 13 games, this homestand, 10 of the teams they play are below 500. This should be a good run. And the Nats are one of those teams, by the way.
I actually feel like we only do good when we play really good teams, to be honest.
Yeah, fair. The White Sox, too, this year. Same way. You beat the good teams, but you don't show up for the bad teams.
I don't understand, but it's okay.
Drew Smyly pulled that thing last night. I don't have the audio ready, but he was kind of going like, in this league. When a player starts off with "in this league," they're going to say something very condescending to you afterward about you didn't play the game. And he was just kind of going, listen, no, we're a talented team. I believe that, but there's a lot of talent out there. And in this league, you got to show up every night. I'm not saying we're not showing up every night, but it's tough.
There's nothing worse than a professional who criticizes others because they haven't done the thing that the professional does.
It's a layup.
That happens a lot of times. Oddly enough, in professional wrestling, they get very sensitive. They go, "Well, you've never laced a pair of boots. You can't tell me how to work." It's like, well, no, you were bad tonight. That's okay.
Yeah.
We get them next time, but you're bad.
Yeah. I watch.
Yeah.
So I watch. I understand how it works when I watch it. They'll do it again tonight at Wrigley Field. Drew Smyly's ERA is now 10.
Oh my! Is it really? Oh my God!
I'm rounding up. It's like 9.91 somewhere in there.
So for reference, a good ERA is 2.5.
I was going to say 2. I was going to say 2.
I mean, choose the best pitcher in baseball. I mean, that's the sort of ballpark you're working in there. Anybody over 4, you're going, I don't really want him for my team. 10?
Can't be in rotation at 4 or 5.
They don't want that in my son's league. Like they monitor that.
Is there a 9-year-old out there with a 10 ERA?
And
most of them.
They get cut.
That's tragic.
Have you met kids now?
No.
They're practically professionals. It's unbelievable.
They're really big, too. These kids are like 6 foot now. And like
well, we
13.
have my son on steroids because
Oh, that's fair. Yeah, get him on a cycle there.
Start him early. Yeah. His body builds up in immunity.
Yeah, how much does he want it? Okay, so the White Sox had the day off. They're at the Mets tonight. And Case, being our White Sox fan here on the show, they had a draft pick, George Wolko, and he's from Downers Grove. And this kid is 6'7", 239 pounds. He's 17 years old from Downers Grove North. He's ready to play with the White Sox. They selected him in the 7th round of the MLB draft.
I broke into a cold sweat when I saw this story last night about this kid who seems awesome. Like you said, from Downers Grove, he's a massive player, a massive human, like you were saying, and a massive prospect. And whenever I see a news article about a White Sox prospect, the countdown starts to when he's going to be traded. You can go all the way back to Sammy Sosa. You can talk about Marcus Semien. Of course, Fernando Tatis Jr., one of the best players in baseball.
That one hurt.
We traded him for James Shields.
Yeah,
there's nothing there.
All those hurt, by the way.
Get ready because it's going to be a gun. Because we are buying.
So that's my thought as I saw this last night. And I thought, oh my God, here's another one. Here's a guy who the White Sox will panic at the trade deadline. They'll go, here, take this. And then 4 years later, we're going to be doing the same sports report. It's going to be the 3 of us in this room. And we're going to be talking about him hitting home runs for either the Cubs or one of the other 28 teams in baseball.
I don't know what gets twitchy in those offices about a prospect, trading a prospect for other prospects.
Yes.
And you're judging a guy at 17 years old, what he's going to be. Let him sit. Kyle Schwarber came up in the system with the Cubs, and then they let him go for a couple $1 million, and now he's kicking ass for the Phillies. Won the World Series last year.
I felt like the only mistake we made with dismantling the team was Kyle Schwarber, and I've told you that before.
I know.
I truly don't believe there, and I love those players. Don't get me wrong, but
Sure.
I felt like the only mistake that we really let go for not a lot of money was Schwarber.
Yeah. Well, get ready for this kid to be let go.
Well, it's
before you even see him.
It's no different. Baseball bosses are no different than the bosses you have at work. They got to do something.
Yeah.
So they finagle with things. It's no different than, you being at your job, you get a ridiculous assignment. Why is it happening? Because the boss has to show that he's the boss. And so they move stuff around, and here we go. And this is the misery of being a White Sox fan.
So you can go to Downers Grove North. I think he's still playing for the high school.
I don't think he's still playing for the. Well, it's not. High school's out now, Brian. We're in the middle of summer.
So he graduated
Yes,
probably.
yeah.
All right. I'll say we go to a Downers Grove, North Carolina. Want to go up there and check him out?
No, though. Graduated at 17. He's still 17.
Does anybody know George Wolkow?
I mean, I was like the youngest one in my class, and I was still 18 by the time I graduated. That's pretty young.
I turned 18 in the middle of senior year. What'd you do, Case?
It was like last year. Is that what happened?
I turned 18 second semester of my senior year. But,
Yeah.
but Connor Bedard just turned 18. He's turning pro. He's not still in high school.
Good segue
Did
into
he
sports here.
graduate? Did you graduate?
Did I graduate?
Did
Yes.
he?
Oh.
Did Connor? I don't care what you did. No offense.
No, we don't. The Blackhawks
You're
and hockey
already
fans.
here. We've already hired you.
Chicago sports fans don't care you were a D3 prospect in baseball and didn't
That's
make
not
it.
what I'm checking in on.
They care about the generational player Connor Bedard, who celebrated his 18th birthday yesterday. 17. Hey, he's legal, guys. 18.
That is so creepy. Thank God you're talking about a guy right now. Because it's just creepy.
So, Kenzie, he signed a 3-year entry-level contract with the Blackhawks that runs through the 2025, 2026 season. His cap hits almost $1 million, like you almost lost, or did lose at the 7-Eleven in Elgin. He didn't get that
can't even
ticket.
talk about it.
We'll talk about that later. But his whole contract value, if he hits all his bonuses and things, is $13.3 million. He was 17 years old on Sunday. He's got $13 million coming to him in his contract.
That's good to know. I believe he's single. He's 18. He plays hockey. So if you got a nice warm jacket, I'd start heading to those games.
He's also adorable.
Is he?
Oh, he's so cute.
Like personality-wise, what do you think? What would you rate him on a scale of 1 to 10? Personality.
Well, here's something for his personality. He actually said he's not a lock to make the team. He said before he signed the contract.
good Lord.
He's one of those guys like playing the victim.
He's too humble.
Too humble. There's a red flag there on
So
too
he's
humble.
going to be like, girls aren't hitting on me.
Have a little confidence. You were the first pick in the draft. A lot of players went. You were number one.
This is a good time to get in there, too, because legally he can't go to clubs.
Good time to get in there.
Because he legally, if you're around the same ballpark age, I don't want, we're not trying to Larsa Pip in this situation. But, this is a good time because he can't legally go to clubs. And if he does and he pisses you off, you can just call the cops.
The Q101 Morning Crew.
On Q101.
It's Q101, Brian and Kenzie. A large amount of people letting us know they graduated high school at 17 years old. Wow. A lot of people skipping out there. Also, checking in, we talked about Connor Bedard turning 18, and Kenzie wants to get into the club. And if there's a problem, just call the cops on him if it doesn't work out in the relationship, ladies. Well, 312 checked in, said, hey, I used to drink with Patrick Kane at the Pony all the time, and he wasn't even 21 either. Same age range when he was drafted, by the way. Well, that's pretty cool. I don't know what the Pony was. I don't remember the Pony. Where the hell was the Pony? Anyway, it's Brian and Kenzie on Q101. Coming up, a chance at VIP Lollapalooza tickets here on Q101.
The Q101 Morning Crew.
On Q101.
You can't defeat her. She's too powerful.
Clash with Kenzie.
Let the battle begin.
Q101.
And the battle is for Lollapalooza VIP tickets for Friday, August 4th with the 1975 with 30 Seconds to Mars, among others. And Laura, checking in from Darien, will be competing against Kenzie today for the tickets. Laura, ahoy. Tell us something really quick about yourself.
Ahoy, guys. So I'm a pediatric nurse. I work night shifts, and I am driving home right now for my shift. Going to go to sleep.
Aw, thank you for what you do.
Yeah, I love it.
See, Kenzie said that to mask. She's like, whew, tired brain. Tired brain coming up here.
Hey, you're getting very sleepy.
What hospital do you work at, or a clinic, or what?
I work private duty, home health. So I work for a little boy who needs 24/7 care.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, what year does it say?
You want to forfeit right now?
Kind of.
Give her the tickets. Wow, we can't do that. We have to have the competition. So, first 1 to 5 wins. Listen careful. If Kenzie gets one wrong, Laura, you can steal a point. She can do the same to you. Call heads or tails right now on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3, call it.
Tails.
It is tails. Here we go. Laura goes first.
She's sharp. She's
Yep.
sharp.
That's right. Are you ready, Laura?
We'll see. I'm ready.
Okay, here we go. Joe Manganiello, the actor, has allegedly just separated from whom after 7 years of marriage?
Sofia Vergara.
Yes, there you go. Handsome people, both of them.
Oh, it does break my heart. I was very sad by the news.
What can work out? Let's just say that, if they can't stay together.
They have the cutest story ever. and they're just grown adults. The whole thing upsets me.
Kenzie,
What?
which famous painter is responsible for The Starry Night?
Van Gogh.
Vincent Van Gogh. Cut his ear off. Weird thing. Over a girl, by the way.
He sent it to her in the mail.
Yeah, I know.
Could you imagine that letter? I was like, I asked for flowers.
Also, if Vincent Van Gogh and his wife can't make it work, how are y'all going to make it work?
Not looking good for you, Brian.
Nope.
All right, 101 back to Laura.
Laura, what hairstyle can be described as business in the front and party in the back?
A mullet.
Mullet. Did you ever have a femme mullet, Laura?
My daughter has one right now.
They're coming back. They're in vogue.
Oh, no, it's not on purpose. She's 3, and it's just growing out the
That's amazing.
Yeah, you let those kids get the scissors. They give themselves bangs sometimes.
That's right.
The whole thing.
All right, 2-1 back to Kenzie.
Kenzie, which shape did Phil Jackson use as the basis for his offense while coaching the Chicago Bulls? It was a shape of his offense.
A triangle?
It was a triangle offense. Very good. Laura, what's the phone number for Lerner and Rowe? We run the commercials?
222222.
Oh, she got it. There we go. Call them. Hopefully, don't need them.
No, that's bad news. 3-2 back to Kenzie.
Kenzie, what CTA line is the connect to Midway Airport?
The blue line.
No, it's not the blue.
I know it. Sorry. Yes, I do.
Laura,
I jumped right to O'Hare.
Laura, the CTA line connected to the Midway is?
The red line.
No!
Can I do it again?
Kenzie, go!
Orange.
Orange line, no points though. The orange line.
I just went right. I just black out midway. I forget it exists. I go right to O'Hare.
Yeah.
Oh, thank God.
All right, 3-2. It's back to Laura.
Laura, what is the name of the upcoming Christopher Nolan film about the creation of the atomic bomb? 3, 2,
No idea.
1.
A-bomb.
It's not the A-bomb. Kenzie?
Is that what Oppenheimer is? Is that what it is?
It's Oppenheimer. We will
Oppenheimer.
accept that.
Okay.
We will accept Oppenheimer.
Everyone's talking about it, and I didn't know what it was about, but it's giving atomic bomb energy.
Yeah, a little people don't know that pretty much the atom was split right under the football stadium at University of Chicago back then during this process of creating the atomic bomb. It's a little factoid for you.
I'm going to see Barbie.
It is 3-3. It is back to Kenzie.
Kenzie, Modern Warfare, Black Ops, and Ghosts are installments of what video game franchise?
Call of Duty.
Call of Duty is right. So Kenzie's got 4.
Laura's got 3.
Got to get this one, Laura.
Okay.
Whoa, a little stressful there. Laura, here we go. How many equal sides are there on an equilateral triangle?
3.
3 is right. We got a tie game. Next one wins. This goes to Kenzie?
Yes.
Kenzie, lean or scissor describes mixing what over-the-counter substance with soda?
Cough syrup.
Cough syrup. Oh, well, that was a little fast. A little fast for Kenzie
What's
there.
up, baby? You need a recipe? No kidding.
The scissor. Killed Pimp C, by the way, scissor. Don't do that, kids. Don't do it.
Man, it affected a lot of people in a negative way, to be honest.
I just miss Pimp C. That's just me personally. But a lot of people out there don't do it. Laura, I'm so sorry you didn't win today.
That's okay. Thanks for letting me play.
Well,
it was fun.
Here's what you do. Hang up and get ready to call back right now because...
God bless the baby.
312-591-8300. Everybody listening has a chance right now. Caller 10 specifically at 312-591-8300 for VIP Lollapalooza tickets. You'll be going Friday, the 1975, 30 Seconds to Mars, Foles, and more. From Brian and Kenzie on Q101.
The Q101 Morning Crew.
On Q101.
We already got our winner, of course, for the Lollapalooza VIP tickets. Don't worry, tomorrow, right around this time again, 7:20. Make sure you get in early, even 7:10. Be here to be ready for it, for a chance at VIP for Lollapalooza from Brian and Kenzie on Q101. And one of the questions we had in there was about Oppenheimer, that movie that opens this weekend. That's about Robert Oppenheimer, I believe was his name, who developed the atomic bomb as part of the Manhattan Project. Really, really creepy, kind of shady government stuff during the World War II era. And again, a little bit. As I mentioned,
Shady government.
As I mentioned, University of Chicago was a big part of that, and how they split the atom here, right just about a couple miles south of here. Could have blew up Chicago back then. They didn't know what they were doing. They're just messing around, you know? But the movie comes out this week, and I got to see it because Christopher Nolan did the Batman movies. So good. So can't wait to see this flick. But there was an interesting part of the movie. As a director, So Christopher Nolan cast his daughter in the movie, and people like to use the term Nepo baby. When your parents are something pretty special, when you kind of nepotism, you get to do things.
Absolutely. A
And-
little nepotism action.
You know what? Like, people get jealous over it, but if it was your dad, you'd be like, I'm all in.
I mean, I think I get more mad at people in a Nepo position who do nothing.
For their kids?
No, like the kids are just worthless.
Oh.
It's like, at least you have this massive launching pad and you still didn't launch.
Yeah.
You suck still. You did nothing. Like, you just go to parties and you don't do anything.
Like Marcus Jordan dating Larsa Pippen.
Oh, do something. You know? Like,
He tried to play basketball.
Use the platform to springboard even higher, and it's like, that's nepotism at its finest.
It's kind of called getting a good start. A lot of people don't have a good start from childhood, that are parents or whatever. Even if their parents worked hard, you just didn't have the start that some people had.
Right.
And so Christopher Nolan, anyway, is obviously a tremendously huge director. So he put his daughter in this movie, Oppenheimer, coming up this weekend. Not a lead role. Here's what he put her in.
What?
She's a character named Burn Victim, which is described as, quote, a young woman who appears to the title character in a hellish, conscience-pricking vision, and then her flesh is flayed from her face by a piercing white light. So in the dream, she gets blown up by the atomic bomb. That's all she has in the movie.
Well, let's see, that's fine nepotism, because nepotism's also annoying when it's like, yes, you're the lead of the movie and you've never acted before.
Right.
So it's like, that's perfect.
A burn
That's
victim.
the perfect. You get introduced, you get to be on set, but your dad's still making you work your way up if you want to do it. I can appreciate that level of nepotism.
Dad's trying to prove.
I would use and abuse that level of nepotism. It doesn't exist in my life.
I'd be curious on that. If anybody had some kind of hookup from your parents or a family member, we got some kind of cool Nepo baby. How are you a Nepo baby? We have a hookup.
I mean, if a window broke in my neighborhood, I was covered. So my dad could replace windows.
Dad, he's a window guy.
Oh, yeah, nepotism.
Yeah, I got a guy. Well, for example, my dad, when I was super young, owned a bar. And I remember that's my first memory, actually, of being a 4-year-old kid in the basement with the jukebox in the bar and the pool tables. Everybody was smoking in the bar. But we didn't have any babysitters, so I was just hanging out in the bar as a kid. I was that kid in the bar that you see.
He let you smoke in the bar?
No, other people were smoking. I might have inhaled, but I didn't. I did not inhale the marijuana. It's by Bill Clinton. He said something like that.
What was the name of the bar?
It was called the Barclay House. Yeah, it's gone now. It's been gone a while. I mean, my dad got rid of that bar shortly after that because I was the 4th kid, and I ruined his dream because trying to take care of 4 kids and own a bar was pretty much impossible, so he had to get a real job.
Why, 3 was a dream, and then you just blew it up.
There's a lot of reasons why
You're
3
like
kids.
the atomic bomb of the family. You just ruined everything.
His whole dream, his whole life was to own a bar.
That one vacation got canceled because you just ruined everything.
I certainly wasn't a joy to anybody in the family. They could have stopped at 3 and they would have been fine, but I wouldn't be here today. But check in, 312-591-8300. So it doesn't have to be rich situation of a Nepo baby. Usually that's what people think. Just did you have a hookup somehow with your family or your parents that no one else had that was pretty awesome? Check in with us at 312-591-8300. Kenzie's dad replaced windows if one broke, and I smoked in a bar. Yeah.
The Q101 Morning Crew.
On Q101.
The Q101 Morning Crew.
On Q101.
How'd you get that hookup in your family, a Nepo baby, if you will? It's not about being rich. It's about having the hookup. It's Brian and Kenzie on Q101. Now, we're talking about a rich guy, Christopher Nolan, who made the Oppenheimer movie, and he put his daughter in the movie. That's kind of what got us on this conversation. But she's a character labeled Burn Victim. Doesn't really say anything, is in part of a dream where she gets blown up by an atomic bomb.
I mean, that's the perfect use where it's not obnoxious.
Yeah.
Because, he's not like, you're the lead character with no experience,
Yeah.
right? Those are the worst kind of errands.
He's handed a script that's like, oh boy, it's a $500 million movie. So anticipated to come out. It opens this weekend. I want to see it. Kenzie's going to go see Barbie instead, but maybe we can see both in one day. I don't know. 2 movies, one day.
Somebody said they're having a Barbie opera. Like they put it together.
Oh, my God.
Like experience on Saturday where they jump from one movie to the next.
Oh, geez. So we have people checking in on the hookups, your family member. Tony checked in from 815. My grandparents owned the store La Rosita, which I believe is the Mexican grocery store chain. There's a bunch of them. And he says, after my grandfather passed, my grandmother sold it behind my father's back because it was supposed to go to him, and then it would have went to me. Tony's talking. Had it stayed in the fam, I'd have owned it. Oh, my gosh.
The
Imagine.
drama.
I know.
The drama.
Family drama going on there. Speaking of which, a whole bunch of people checking in on their hookups. Mark checking in from Naperville. Ahoy, Mark.
Ahoy.
Oh, yeah. So what was kind of your hookup and your family?
My mom was a registered nurse, and from childhood through college, we got free flu shots every year.
Free flu shots?
Yeah, she would come home with a baggie of flu shots and just start shooting us up.
Sure they were flu shots?
Yeah, free flu shots. She even gave one to my husband, now at the time boyfriend, right after college.
Yeah.
So just come over for dinner, and I'll give you a flu shot.
Now, I could be wrong, because I've gotten flu shots when I go to the doctor. Are they free anyway, flu shots?
It depends on your insurance, I think.
Oh, I must have pretty decent insurance.
Well, we got the union insurance.
Guess that's my nepotism through the union.
There you go.
To help me out.
I was going to ask the same thing, though. How much do flu shots cost?
Are they? But either way, having anything for free, a hookup.
I just like as a child, you were like, yeah, free flu shots. Because I would have been pissed.
Now I got to go to the doctor like a schlub.
Wait, the flu shot reign ended with your mom there? Can't go back and still get those flu shots somehow?
She retired, so you can't get him anymore.
Oh, lazy.
Right? She can keep working.
You're sick, Brian. Call his mom healthcare worker lazy.
How dare her retire and take care of your flu
nap
shots?
every day.
I know. Damn woman, get back to work.
The Q101 Morning Crew.
On Q101.